Howdy folks, Nathan Ladlin here, and I'm in Decano, Colorado at IMI Motorsport, and behind me is a 2014 Volkswagen CC. Now, we've recently tested the Volkswagen CC, we have a full review of it, and it's recently been updated. However, we have not taken it on the track yet, and this is the R line, so I am very excited to take it on the track, and that is coming up next. This, folks, is one of my favorite engines, and it's a favorite of many of you, and I know that for a fact because it's award-winning. It's the 2-liter Volkswagen direct-injected 4-cylinder engine. This one puts out 200 horsepower and 207 pound-feet of torque. It's turbocharged, thank God, and even better, it's hooked up to a 6-speed manual transmission. Yeah! So, altogether, this is a very efficient engine and a very powerful engine. How efficient is it? Well, it gets 21 miles per gallon city, 32 miles per gallon highway, and it has a combined 25 MPG. And so far, with mostly highway driving, I've been averaging almost 27 miles per gallon. I love the engine, I love the car, and while you're going really fast from the inside it sounds pretty good, but from the outside it really doesn't sound all that impressive. Alright, shutting off the AC just very briefly. It's already extremely hot out here. Okay, 0 to 60, 2014 Volkswagen CC R-Line. And I'm not gonna mess with traction control this time. I'm gonna rev it just a little bit. Kind of do a basic takeoff. Maybe about 3,000 RPM or so. And here we go. The reason I did that type of start was there is a little bit of lag with the turbocharger, right? Okay. So I thought by bringing it up a little bit and spooling it out without just slamming on it might get a decent 0 to 60 time. 7.54. That's not too bad. At sea level with this very same type of car, I was getting 7.2, 7.1-ish, and that was at like a proper track and everything else. So that's pretty damn good. Folks, there are a couple negatives to all of this beauty. One of which is you have compromised trunk space, only 13 cubic feet total. Also, if you go into the back seat, well, now you can sit 3 across. The original CC, you couldn't do that, so that's good, but because of the sloping roofline, headroom is at a premium. Legroom is okay. But you know what? I mean, just look at the car. It is just beautiful. What elegant lines. What I really like is the fact that everything here pulls up and lifts going towards the rear. It kind of gives it a natural rake, and then it's got this very strong hood line. I just think it's tremendous. It's gorgeous. And you know what? It makes people who drive it look better. Now, how often can you say that? How often can you say, I get in a car and man, I'm even more attractive? It takes 10 pounds off this, it gives me hair and bigger cojones because it's a manual. Better take off this time. We're doing this again because Andre didn't hit the button at the right time. He added a second to my lap. Now look, we're not really doing this to be completely competitive, but let's face it, it's a fun car. I don't mind getting a good time. Here's the good news. When you do these track runs, what it means to you, the consumer, is, hey, it stops good, it goes from 0 to 60 pretty quickly, good for merging, it has good passing power, which this one really does. When I take it through the canyon, oh dude, I didn't do that right. Actually, it might be okay. It's responsive, actually very good communications. It, talks to you. You have a conversation with the steering wheel. By the way, the steering wheel itself, the actual material is excellent. Love the steering wheel. Overcooked it. There goes my time. This is the corner that I always screw up on anyway. Still a lot of fun. There is a little bit of plow when you drive stupid, but it compensates with really good, really good feedback and good balance. Well, I bet you can't see my head, and that's because the way the roof line slopes down, it's, well, slightly compromised headroom. Now, I can sit back here without my head really hitting hard on the roof, but, you know, look, I'm over 6 feet, and at 6'1"-ish, I can fit behind myself with just barely, and there is enough room for me to sit with just a little bit of the roof touching the back of my head. So that's another compromise for the Volkswagen CC. Now, fortunately, there are no more compromises. The interior is exquisite. It is one of the best looking interiors in its class. And I mean, just touch everything. It feels good. Everything here feels quality. And at the end of the day, when you have a German car that has a really awesome interior and high quality, it makes you feel better about your daily driver. 116 even. Yeah, okay. So realistically, if I drove a perfect lap, probably 115. That's still pretty quick, right? I mean,
yeah.
All right. Good Volkswagen. Nice car. Okay, for the old rating, buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it. I give it a buy it, of course, and our new rating in terms of what it is in its bracket, I say it's out the top of its bracket. I'm going to be kissing this butt a little bit more. Oh.
Nathan!
I know. I gotta say thank you to our camera dude and producer, Andre, because he screwed up allowing me to go around this great track an additional time. It was fun. Hey guys, if you're in the Decano area or even in the Denver area, check out IMI. You can actually come up here and, for a small fee, test your car. Highly recommend it. It's a great little track. Now, about this wonderful Volkswagen CC. Yes, I love it. I will absolutely admit it. Biases open up. There it is right there. I like the car, and I liked it before too. On top of the fact that it's good looking and that it's pretty affordable, frugal, and a lot of fun to drive, this is a vehicle that I think is a great alternative to vehicles that are sort of somber, like let's say the Hyundai Sonata, which we recently tested, and other vehicles like the Nissan Altima, which we recently tested here. This is a car with a few issues, sure. It doesn't have a lot of backseat room, the trunk is kind of small, and for some of you out there, maybe you think that a German car should be a BMW or a Mercedes-Benz or an Audi. You know what? This is a great German car that's affordable and makes me feel like $1,000,000 when I drive it, and any car that makes you feel good is a good car. For the Fast Lane Car, this is Nathan Adlin. Don't forget to go to tflcar.com for news, views, and real-world reviews. Adios!